Prayag.
Krishna Kirtana Ganana Sana Karo Premamritambanidhi Krishna Kirtana Ganana Sana Karo Premamritambanidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Karo Nirmasaro Pujito
धीरा धीरा जना प्रिय प्रिय करो निमत्सरो पूजो
Sri Krishna Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bharo Bhuvi Bhuva Bhara Bahantarako
श्री चैतन्य कृपा करो विभुवो बारहमहंतरको
Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalako
वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalako
वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Palo Premamritambanidhi
कृष्ण कीर्तन गान नाचन पयो प्रेमामृतम्बुनिधि
Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Karo Nirmasaro Pujito
धीरा धीरा जना प्रिय प्रिय करो निर्मत्सरो पूजितो
Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bharo Bhuvi Bhuva Bhara Bahantarako
श्री चैतन्य कृपा करो विभुवो बारहमहंतरको
Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalako
वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजगो श्रीजीवगोपालको
The conclusion is Savai Navai Sa Naratam Jati Nekshita Javakim Karai Yaddapi Amangalo Masya Vishnu Loke Mahiyati. So, one who is engaged in chanting the holy name, for him, this is the a special facility. What is that? It is guaranteed that he will never go to the hellish condition of life. That is guaranteed. He is not degrading to the lowest grade of life in animal life or a life of ignorance, lower born of human life, but he will gradually make progress. And it is also guaranteed that the Jamaduta, the servants of Jamaraj, will never come to see him, or he will never see them. They will be out of sight. This is the result. And Jaddapi Amangalo Marta, although this material existence is always inauspicious, A person who is engaged in chanting the holy name is always living in the Vishnu Loka. He is not living in this material world. That we have several times explained that if you chant without offense, Jatra Gayanti Madhvakta Tatra Tishtamina, so immediately he creates a Vaikuntha Loka because Krishna is coming. When Krishna is coming, and Vishnu is coming, wherever Krishna goes, that is Vaikuntha. Just like it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Ishara Sarvabhutana Hriddesha Arjuna Tishtha. So Krishna, or the Supreme Lord, is living in every man's heart. So there are cats, dogs and hogs. They are also living beings, living entities. So Krishna is living in their heart also. But that does not mean he is living with the hog in the abomination. He has his own Vaikuntha. Wherever he goes, he Vaikuntha. Similarly, when one chants, that chanting, there is no difference between the holy name and Krishna. And Krishna says that I live there where my pure devotee chants. So, when Krishna comes, when Krishna is on your tongue, how you can live in this material world? It is already Vaikuntha, provided the chanting is offenseless. Anyway, in the beginning it may not be offenseless, still the chanting has got so much power. Krishna Karshini. Krishna Karshini. There are several qualifications of devotional service. One of them is Krishna Karshini, attracting Krishna. Krishna attracts everyone, but devotional service attracts Krishna. Miyamana Harirnama Grinana Putropa Charitam Ajanina Api Avadhyamam Kimuta Sadhaya Guna. And this is the last conclusion. That Ajamil actually did not mean to chant the holy name of the Supreme Personality of God. But somehow or other, his son's name was Narayan. He called his son. The name is so powerful that even without aiming or objecting to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because the name was there, therefore, Ajamila Api Avadhyamam, he was promoted to the spiritual kingdom. Kim Uta Sadhyagana. Then what to speak of such persons who are actually trying to chant the holy name without any offering? This is the conclusion. That Ajamil never meant that he was going to chant the name of Narayan, actually. But he was calling his son, whose name was Narayan. That means it was almost neglectfully done. So, even by neglectfully doing or chanting the holy name has got so much power, and what to speak of others who are very faithfully and observing the rules and regulations without any offense, those who are chanting, what to speak of them? That is it. Similar instance is there in the Nishinga Purana. One Mlecha Javan. From it appears that Mlecha Javan was at that time also. Because the Mlecha Javan, the Muslims, they hate the animal pork. They call it haram. Haram means abominable. So one boar attacked him, and while he was dying, he called this abominable haram, the haram. Then simply haram means O Ram. So although he did not mean it, but it became O Rama, and he was immediately promoted to the spiritual kingdom. So that is the power of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramhansang Samhitayan Vaiyasikyam Sastasthande Ajamino Vakkhana Dvitiyoga. So, this is the second chapter of the history of Ajami's activities. Now, we are going to the third chapter. Rajuvas. Then after hearing this incident, Maharaj Parikshit is inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami, because the talk was between Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. Parikshit inquired about the different types of Hades condition of life and how they could be avoided. So, in answer to that question, this Ajami's Itihas, history was spoken. Now again, the king was inquiring. Rajuvas, the king inquired. Nishamma Deva Sabhatopa Varnitam Prattaha Kintan Abhidharmaraja Evam Hatarja Vihitan Mudari Noideshuke Jasabasi Janoyam. Vishnudutai Ninditam Shastratham Jamamukhina Grahetam Titiyodhaya Arambha Tatra Jaduttam Jamarajya Jatha Sarvam Asasukkhuriti Tatakshim Tatra Vittamiti Pritchati Nishammeti. So, the conversation between the servants of the Jamaraj and the servants of Vishnu, in order to confirm the statement by the authority, Jamaraj, this third chapter is enunciated. Jamaraj is one of the 12 authorities. It is said that we have to follow the footsteps of authorities. Mahanana Jena Gatasya Pantha. It is very difficult to find out the real path, how to realize perfection of life, but it is advised that if you simply follow the footsteps of the great personalities, authorities, or their representatives, then you will be led to the perfectional stage. Mahajana. Takka pratishtha. If you try to approach the perfectional stage of spiritual life, you cannot do it simply by arguing. Takko apratishtha. You can argue very nice, but somebody may come who can argue better than you. Another may come better than you. So there is no end of arguing. This is not the process to understand the transcendental sense. There is no profit. The Vedas says therefore you should approach an authority. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva avidache. If you actually serious about understanding the transcendental knowledge, then you must approach an authority, representative of the authority. So, tat pratisthas sutoyo vivinna. Now, yesterday, when we were speaking on the Bhagavad Gita, the commissioner, Mr. Trivedi, he inquired that why not the Upanishads? He has no knowledge that Upanishads are different from Bhagavad Gita. They are not different. They are Upanishads, they are part and parcel of the Vedas. And in the Upanishad also, the aim is Krishna. But they are meant for the impersonalists and or less poor persons with poor fund of knowledge. So, in the Upanishads, it is stated aiming at the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but it is trying to convince the reader that the personality of God is not exactly the personality as we are. This portion is very elaborately stated in the Upanishads. But in the beginning, it is accepted that Isha, or the Supreme Lord, is the proprietor of everything. He is everywhere. He is everywhere pervading. Ishavas, idam sarvam. Everywhere there is the authority of Isha, the Supreme Controller. Ishavas, idam sarvam. Jasvinti jagatyam jagat. Tena tatsena bhunji. Because everything is property of the Supreme Controller, Isha. Therefore, tena tatsena bhunji. You require something to keep up your body and soul together. So you should accept the prasad, whatever is offered and allotted to you, but don't encroach upon others' property. This is the first instruction, accepting the Supreme Personality of God. And in the last verse of Ishopanishad, it is said, my dear Lord, your effulgence may be unda, so that I can see you properly. I can offer my respect. I can see your real face. So the impersonalists, they are amazed with the glaring effulgence of the rays emanating from the transcendental body of Krishna. So those who are intelligent, they say, please wind up this effulgence, because of this effulgence I cannot see you properly. Just like to see the sun glow, sometimes you have to use a certain class of glass to avoid the effulgence. If you see through that glass, you can properly see. It is this class of glass is used. I do not know whether it is used in your country. When there is eclipse in the sun, we use such kind of glass to see how much the sun is already covered by the eclipse. So, these impersonalists, they are, and to say, amazed simply by the glaring effulgence of the Supreme Personality of God. They think that Upanishad is impersonal. No, Upanishad is not impersonal. It is just like Vedanta. The impersonal is explained in that way, in their own way. Otherwise it is not impersonal. Similarly, Upanishad also not impersonal. But it is not this material person. That is the verdict of all Vedic literature. Just like Krishna says himself, Avajananti manamudha manusim tanuvat. Because I have appeared on this planet exactly like a human being, these mudhas, these rascals, those who cannot understand what is the personality of Godhead, they derive, they think because Krishna is in person, therefore he is inferior to Brahma Ifari. Their theory is the Brahma is the ultimate, impersonal Brahma is the ultimate absolute truth, but when Brahma comes as incarnation, he accepts a material body. Therefore, Dr. Radhakrishna says that it is not to the person Krishna, but to the unborn within Krishna. He is ignorant of the fact that Krishna does not accept any material body. He comes as he is. Sambhavami Atmamaya. He is not forced to accept. We living entities, we are forced to accept a certain kind of body because we are controlled by the Devi Maya, by the external energy. Krishna is not controlled by the external energy. The external energy is controlled by Krishna. Krishna is Maya-adhis and we are Maya-adhis. That is the difference. But these people with poor fund of knowledge, without trying to understand the transcendental science through proper channels, they mistake that Krishna accepts a material body or Lord Ramchandra accepts a material body. No, that is not the fact. They do not know that Krishna and Krishna's body is not different. They are the same Advaita. So, here it is inquired, Nisammadeva. So, the question, Jamana, whatever has been said here, this is to be confirmed by a Mahal. The authority, whatever you do, if it is sanctioned by your authority, then it is all right. So Jamaraj is one of the authorities. So we are explaining the tattva pratishtha sutoyo vivinna. Sutoyo vivinna means those who are not actually conversant to the Vedic knowledge, they think that Upanishad is different and Bhagavad Gita is different. But actually that is not. All Upanishads, all Vedas, they are aiming on the target, Krishna. Vedasya sarvai ahameva Veda. But it appears that is different, Upanishad is different. That is not the fact. Sutayo vivinna, therefore they are sometimes misled. They think this Upanishad states something else and Bhagavad Gita states something else. No. Because it is not studied through the eyes of the authority, it appears like that. Vedasya sarvai ahamava. So Sutaya Vivinna for persons with poor fund of knowledge. Sutaya Vivinna naso munisjasya matangna vinna. And a philosopher, a thoughtful man, is not a thoughtful man if he does not disagree with another thoughtful. This is the material world. Scientists also. One scientist establishes one theory. Another scientist, if he can refute such theory, then he becomes big. Similarly, philosophers also. One philosopher theorizes something. Another philosopher, if he can refute such theory, then he becomes bigger. Therefore, Naso Monidjasa, a Muni, a thoughtful philosopher, the idea is you cannot get the truth from the so-called philosophers and the science, because they always disagree. Naso Monidjasa Matanna. Therefore, the truth is very confident. Dharmasya tattam nihitam guhaya. Very confident. Mahajanadina gatasthapanta. You have to follow the track or footsteps of the great authorities. And the great authorities will be stated later on in this chapter, who are the great authorities. And if you simply follow their path, just like we are following authorities, Madhva Gauriya Sampradaya, Madhyacharya, and Madhyacharya in the line of disciple succession, Madhyacharya was from Vyasdev, and from Madhyacharya, Madhavendra Puri, not directly, through many other disciple succession, and Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the six Goswamis. The six Goswami, Devanatkundas Thakur said, Rupa Raghu Natho Pade Haive Akuti, Kabe Hama Bujhavasi Jigalapi. Without following the Goswamis, who are experts, directly instructed by Lord Chaitanya, nobody can understand what is Radha Krishna Lila. It is not possible. Person should try to understand Radha Krishna Lila directly, because it appears the dealings of young man or woman, they like it very much. Instead of studying other pastimes of the Lord, they go directly to the Radha Krishna Lila, and the result is they are misled and they become sahaja. So we have to approach Radha Krishna through the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, through the teachings of six Goswamis, then it will be perfect knowledge. Mahajana Dina Gatasthapanta. Thank you.